Hello everyone, welcome to part 105 of Laravel 9 series, in which we're getting the multi-vendor e-commerce website. So finally we are going to start the user registration process. We have seen the vendor registration process earlier on in the series, and now we are going to work on the user login register process. Okay, so I will briefly tell you that what we are going to do in this process. In the first video we are going to embed the login register page that is same like vendor login register. Okay, like this is the vendor login register, and we have already finished this part, and you have seen that vendor able to add the products in admin panel. After his account gets approved from the admin panel, from the admin. And now we are going to make the user login register page, and it will look similar to this one. Okay, but the only difference is we are going to make changes with the field names. Okay, we are going to take here user. So and after that, first thing is we are going to create the page, and also we are going to update the users table. Okay, if you remember that we are already having the users table. Laravel provides the default users table in every Laravel. Whenever you install Laravel, you will get this users table as default with some of these columns that you are seeing right now. These are the columns that provided by the Laravel by default. But now we are required to update these columns. So we are going to update these columns with the help of migration. Okay, so we are going to update these columns as well. We are going to update our users table as well. Like we are going to add here like address, city, state, complete information of the user. We are going to add the contact information of the users here. Okay, so after that we will move. We are going to do register insert user in the users table. Okay, if the user is or not already exist. After we are going to add the validations to the user register form, so that we will only get the valid data. And after that we are going to send the email offline. We are going to send the email to the user that his account has been registered. And we will also do the SMS offline. Okay, we will try to merge the third party SMS service, and we'll also send the SMS offline. And finally we are going to apply some of the validation for user login form. Okay, so that the user able to log in from here. Okay, and will reach his account, and we are going to use the auth attempt to log in the user, like we use that auth guard earlier on for the vendors. And now we are going to use the auth attempt to log in the user. So this is the complete process that we are going to follow in the next few videos. Okay, so I want to tell you that for vendor we are using the guards, and for user we are going to use the default web auth. Okay, so let's start straight away. We are going to create the route. We will not waste any further time. Now we need to finish the project as soon as possible in this year only, so that we can start working on Laravel 10 as well. And also we are going to start working on the React series very soon, so we need to fasten up the process here. Okay, so first of all we are going to create the route for this page. We will create something like here, instead of vendor we will mention here the user. Okay, so for that I am going to add the route in web.php file. And after vendor, in the same way like vendor register, I'm going to looking for the vendor login register page. Here what we can do, we can simply copy this one, and we'll see where it is located, so that we can see here it is. Okay, so user login register will look same to this one. Okay, but here what we can do, these are all the vendor routes. Okay, no issue. We can add below here. Okay, here I am going to make it user login register. It is same like vendor. Here we are going to mention the user. And now new controller we are required to add here we are going to add the users controller. Okay, so best way like vendor controller, here we can add like user controller. Okay, so user controller, and here we can add login register. Okay, so this controller we are going to add here. Okay, so best way to add, we can see here we have added the singular way like vendor controller. Here we can also add it like this in the beginning of the series, but now it's okay. But we can add here like user controller. It looks uh, as far as the naming conventions are concerned, we need to create the controller like this. Okay, first one is the singular, and after that see it completely singular. Okay, it is like the model also, you can see all the models are singular. Okay, there is no see admin singular, banner singular, there is no s at the end, you can see this one. So naming conventions are really important in Laravel, so we must consider it. So now we are going to create this user controller right now. So straight away we can do this one. Services new terminal folder. If you are using the Windows, you know how to run the artisan commands. Okay, so here I'm going to run, so I'm going to keep this one in the front folder of controller. So I'm going to make it like this: php artisan make controller, and going to add this in front. Okay, front users controller. Okay, so our controller has been created. User, oh, I think I have created the wrong one. Okay, I'm going to create here user controller. Okay, now it is fine. User controller, not the users controller, it's the user controller. Okay, so now we can see here. So our user controller is ready. So we can now add the function, login register function. Okay, this one login register, we can add into it. Okay, public function login register, and here it will return view. So what we are going to do, we are going to create one users folder under front folder under resources, and after that we are going to create this file similar to vendors. Okay, login underscore register. Okay, so what we are going to do here, in ecom9 folder, resources, views, front, and here you can see we are already having the vendors folder. So I'm going to make now new folder here, that is the users. Okay, so that we can add all the blade file into the users folder related to the users. So what we can do here, we can simply copy this vendor file to this users file. Okay, to save our time, and we can simply open this one. Now this file will work. Okay, and here we are going to make the changes, and we are going to make the changes like uh, everywhere where we are using the vendor, we are going to replace all with the user. Rest we will update the code as well, but this is the first thing that we are going to do. Okay, so we are going to do it like this. Okay, so now we can check once whether our see here, from here customer login. So see here we are going to update the link as well. Like for the vendor login, we are use vendor slash login hyphen register. Okay, here we require user slash login hyphen register. Okay, so the link also we are going to update in the front header. Okay, so I think it's in the front header blade file. I think header.blade.php file. Yeah, this one, not this one exactly, this is the under admin. We can open from here also, resources, views, layout, sorry, front, layout, and then header. This is the file. Okay, so here we are going to replace the link as well to correct it. Where it is, we can even search, here it is. Okay, so see I'm going to copy this one and we'll paste here, and after that we will rename vendor to user. Okay, so nothing else we are required to do, just refresh, and now we are going to see customer login. We can click on this one and you can see it's opening now. Okay, so make sure that rest of the changes must work, and you need to make sure like front user login underscore register, and this must be the correct page. No, this is not the correct page, sorry for that. We need to make changes under this one, user login register. Okay, so what I can do, I can just copy and will paste here, and here I can simply undo. Okay, so now the changes will appear here. Okay, so this is the correct page. You can see the user mobile, user email. Okay, so we have not done much. Just thing that we have done, we just copy paste the login register page of vendor to user and rename vendor to user. That's it. Our login register page for user is ready. Okay, so now we need to update the user table with migration, so that we can add all the columns that is required for the users table. Okay, that the admin required from the user. Okay, so the fields like we are going to add here, that is the contact information of the user, address, city, state, country, pin code, mobile, status. Okay, all these kind of fields we are going to add, like we are going to add address after name. Okay, then after address we are going to add the city, then state, then country, basic information that we require from the user. So for that we are going to run a migration command to add columns to the users table. php artisan make migration, and we are going to make the file like add columns to users. Add columns to users. Okay, so here we are going to add $table string address after name. Can do it like this. Okay, so here we can add the city, state. See here what we are going to do here. See address, we have added after name. We are going to add after name. Okay, so city we are required to after address. City we are going to add whenever, see, in the first statement what it will going to do, it is going to add the address column after name column. So once it will add address, then it will be name and address, then we are going to add the city column after address column. Okay, like this, it will work like this. Okay, after city we are going to add the state column after city column. Okay, then we are going to add country column after state column, like this, after state column, and we are going to add the pin code column after country column. Okay, and after that we are going to add the mobile column after pin code column. Okay, address, cities, state, country, pin code. Okay, and what else, mobile. Okay, and after that we are going to add the status also. Sometimes admin wants wants convert the status of the user to 0. That means that user is not active. Okay, so we can keep the status as 0 or 1. Okay, and if we are going to do the confirmation process, okay, confirmation like the user is going to confirm his account, then again we are going to keep the user account as inactive with 0. When the user confirm his account, then we will make it 1. So that's why status is important. So this one is not required, and status we are going to add after mobile. So here it will come mobile. Okay, status we can also add after password. Okay, okay, not after mobile but after password. So here we can give this password also. Okay, so now and here in down also we will add these columns, because sometimes some issue comes, something happens, we want to roll back our changes, we want to restore to the original changes, then only with one command, with the rollback command, we can just roll back all our changes. Okay, so at that time these drop columns we require: address, city, state, country, pin code, mobile, and status. Okay, so now we are going to run the php artisan migrate command, so that our user table will get updated. Php artisan migrate. So our add columns had been added. It is saying that it has been successfully run. Okay, so now we are going to refresh. Let's see, all the columns have been added. You can see the name, address, city, state. See, after name, address, city, state, country, pin code, mobile, and email is already there, but from address to mobile, these columns have been added, and added like we want. We are going to add these columns in between of name and email, and that we have done. And also we have added the status after the password column. Okay, so all the columns have been added. And one thing is there here. See, we have done one mistake here. Okay, we can have in status, we require to have the tiny integer. So I will make the change here, tiny integer. Okay, so tiny integer will just convert it to the status, like 0 or 1 will come, and I can make the change. Just you require to make the change here and close it, no issue. And after that we can update it from here as well. Okay, uh, see, this is the easiest way. Rather than roll back and you are going to add it again, it will take too much time, and the chances of error will can also come. So you can do it from here also, so there is no issue. Tiny int. Okay, you can move this one and you can save this one, and it will work. See, where it is here, it is still not affected. We are going to do it once again. Tiny int, where it is, tiny int, once again, tiny int. Okay, see, this one we can remove and save it. Let's see. So it is not converting to tiny int, so we need to use the rollback command now. I don't remember the rollback command, we can check once. Okay, so we just require, I think, php artisan migrate rollback. Yeah, it is. So we can run this command, only one step of rollback, one step minus. Okay, so let's run this command, php artisan migrate rollback, and it means that step only one step behind. Okay, not any further steps. So we can try this command here, and it roll back the changes. Let's see, and see, the all the columns are gone away. You can see this one. Okay, so now we will make sure to add the correct columns here. See, tiny integer is already there, it's fine. Now we can run once again php artisan migrate command, and this time it must get the things corrected. And here you can see the status this time is correct. Okay, so rollback commands helps us to make the changes once again in our users table, correct changes this time, so it not take much time. Just we roll back and made these required changes. Now this time you can see the status is having the tiny integer, so the it will come 0 or 1. Okay, so in next video we are going to register the user. Okay, register, we are going to register the user, and the user in this users table we are going to add the information. After that we are going to validate the user as well, and we will continue with our userization process. Okay, these complete things we are going to do in the next few videos. Okay, so stay tuned for that. That's all for now. Have a nice time. Goodbye.